Not a modicum of rationality in that woman. Kathy, love. She's such a child. It's no wonder Zana was chosen to join the Maidens rather than her. At least she's... I hate boring you with personal grudges. They do harm my image in your presence, after all. However would I hope to make you mine if I come across as a bitter lady?
The echo of the void is oblivion. The echo of oblivion is now Oh! It's so nice to see you again! I'll leave you two alone. Bye!
You've returned. A reminder of what I'm fighting for. That will not be necessary. I am well aware of what goes on in these halls. The Golden Maidens are only relaying my orders. How they convey them is their prerogative. As you might have already surmised, they've been recalled in accordance with our plan to march onwards to innocence. No, Denali is participating in this private operation. That is all I will say for now. It will not go undefended, as I will ask in a moment. That will not be possible. I ask that you keep this between us. They are involved as well. Their espionage assignment is merely a cover to explain away their absence. Yes, I do. As you mentioned, I have recalled all Sirens from their posts around Skyrim in preparation for our upcoming battle at Innocence. Our communication with the outside world has been completely severed, a necessary sacrifice for what is to come. The pool of able warriors to defend the palace has been greatly diminished. You and I will lead in the event of an attack. All who are currently in the palace and the fortress will remain where they are until further notice. Due to the nature of the operation, that cannot be revealed. Rest assured, I promise that you will know soon after Innocence is destroyed. Since the attack on Jonestead, the possibility of an attack has never subsided. Purity knows of our headquarters. The removal of all Sirens from their posts will make the palace an enticing target. That is why I have ceased all Siren operations in Cyrodiil and have already ordered for their immediate transfer to Euphoria Palace. Purity has long since been eradicated from Cyrodiil. There is no longer a threat of our war spilling across the borders of Tamriel as it did when the Cleansers fought under the command of the Pindars. Our last battle with Purity will be here in Skyrim. No skeleton crew will remain in the Cyrodiil headquarters. As of this moment, all but the arriving Sirens are where they need to be. Traversing the Cyrodiil Skyrim border via an underground tunnel southeast of Falkreath. This is your mission. Go to this tunnel and ensure their safe passage. You will likely encounter hostile vagrants and smugglers. Be armed and ready to fight within the tight confines of the cavern. My final order before the communication blackout was to have Lilith and her team await your arrival at the tunnel entrance. Unfortunately, Lilith has gone missing. Only the Sirens known as Malene and Samantha will accompany you. We do not know. Lilith is a habitual deserter of her comrades. It was Trisha's decision to include you in her team. For that you have my apology. Lilith will be reprimanded accordingly if and when she returns. Do so. And Commander, try not to waste your time exploring Dwarven runes. You will not find answers amongst the dead. You smell of oil.
Have you back in action, ma'am.
Yeah, unlike Lilith. Where is she anyway?
Ready to kick off the welcoming party? Ready your blades. Bound to be some scoundrels roaming around.
This is a surprise.
Let's take care of the bandit leader while we're
That's it. That's up.
That should do it.
Now we wait.
Waiting. It's always the waiting that kills me.
Might want to patch yourself up if you're hurt. Sinium's sister. What's wrong?
Stand aside, we have wounded coming in.
Take the thing, position. They will not another life this day. Do you hear me? God damn you!
No!
They'll be mounting at the other end of this cabin. What the bloody hell happened to her?
Shrapnel wounds from the explosives. Another one.
Well then. Juno, take care of her. Who is the commanding officer here? Step forward. No surprise you're the commander. Your companions have the faces of famished pups. Not just of Cyrodiil, it seems. But we'll get to that later. My patience runs thin. I want some answers as to why your mistress knowingly and willingly sent us into a hot zone. Oh, really? Well then, I'll have to ask her myself why 25 sirens had to die here today. Either because of her incompetence, or because of her perfidious schemes.
Hey, you can't say that about the mistress. You just can't.
She's right. It isn't wise.
I wasn't speaking to either of you. But since your kind is so loyal, so submissive, you won't mind following my orders for the duration of this mission. Juno, Karzak, Scribonia, you three take the two Ashen and defend the northern entrance. This commander and I will hold the line.
As you wish, Yunaria. Move it. Now!
Stand your ground. We will regroup with the others once we've made a large enough dent in their forces to get us out of here alive. Know your limits. Close quarters combat in these tunnels will not be pleasant. This is it. Here they come! Someone there?
Fools!
Damn you! For your
Another way to send them packing. Know your limits. Close quarters combat in these tunnels will not be pleasant. Is that it? We're done here. Impressive work, Simon. You may walk among seducers, but you are a warrior. Now follow. We will regroup with the others and leave this blasted tunnel.
We meet again, Dragonborn. I'm here to warn you about something. Something big. Purity hasn't said anything, but it won't be too long before they show us all what they've been working on. Have the Sirens told you about the Westworld massacre that happened almost 50 years ago? The Pinder family was almost wiped out that day after returning from the Black Marsh. No one except Purity knows what caused them to go rampant. I have a feeling we're about to see the cause. Here, a log from a Purity alchemist working on our mystery project. All the details are there. A history. Blackwood Company. History's about to repeat itself, and I might be the only one who can stop it. It's time for me to play with fire. Dragonborn, No matter what happens, remember what I'm fighting for, and stay out of my way. I don't want to kill you if I don't have to, but things have changed. The only way that we can save this world now is if we do what must be done. I'm going to destroy innocence, but to do that, I need to make a sacrifice. The next time you see me, I'll be with Purity. Then I'll have to kill you, else I lose my cover. Between you and Nern, I choose the latter. What good is a hero if there's no world to save? That's enough for today. You've led the rats out of their maze, and I've wasted enough men chasing them. All we can do is wait and pray to whatever gods are watching over us, for the strength to do what comes next. If we both get out of this war alive, you'll know where to find me. Skies divide. A solution to all of our problems. All roads lead there. But whether you arrive as an ally or enemy will all depend on what happens next. Goodbye, Dragonborn.
Ashen, return to your designated posts. I find the commander to be a more fitting escort to the palace.
A hug and a pat on the head is all you need to be happy. The bubbly teacher that's friends with everyone. She did good work training Grace, but she forgot to show her a few pointers. I'd rather show than tell. You know, this war will be over soon. That calls for a celebration. We could take some time off and just relax in my room. We've earned it, don't you think? Very. In fact, I'll come find you after you finish your next assignment. If you don't find me first.
Welcome back. Yes, Zana was worried, so she asked Matari to speak with me. Personally. She said they'd be back in a week or two. But then everything will be back to normal. Of course. It means that nothing bad is going to happen to our sisters. Matari also promised the war would be over soon. She said everything is going according to plan. Can you believe it? We'll finally have peace. We'll be free. Oh, where are my manners? Go right in. She can't wait to meet all of you.
You want to talk to me.
Matari.
Welcome to Euphoria Palace, Commander Yanaya. What have you to report?
The death of 25 sirens, gutted by the heroes. Their blood is on your hands.
We were not aware that heroes were stationed in the Gerals. We will look into their activity on the border.
Don't gratify me.
You should show respect towards our leader, dear sister.
I only bow before the Pinders, not this woman. This false prophet.
Rude.
Shut it, nymph. I'll deal with you soon enough.
Oh no, you shouldn't have said that.
Lower your weapon. Your skepticism is understandable, but I can assure you that this order still upholds the values set forth by the Pinder family. Our original purpose to defend them is very much alive.
Where is Master Marcus's daughter?
At Fort Pazarath. She will be leaving soon for an assignment.
What madness is this? Master Marcus would never approve of Kasha's enlistment.
This was her personal
Are you more indulged in your pompous agenda than I imagined? She's our responsibility, dear sister. My team and I are leaving for Pazarath this instant. If the Sirens will not defend her, then we will.
Your orders are to remain here and defend the palace.
Have your putrid little wenches do it for you. There's nothing worth saving in this rotten place. I know your game, seducers. If you wish to murder me, you'll need to do more than just beguile me into a corner. I'm not as weak-willed as your usual victims.
Maidens, leave us. The commander and I must discuss the situation regarding the absent Sirens. They're all dead. The Sirens that have been dispatched are all dead. A lapse in judgment. We're not all perfect, Dragonborn. At my behest, I had Denali's fleet conduct an assessment of possible Heroes of Nirn encampments off the northern and eastern coasts of Tamriel. Knowing that an encounter was imminent, I prepared the Sirens to engage the Heroes. Our intention was to eliminate that threat prior to the final battle with Purity. The operation was a disaster. Earlier today, the Maidens investigated a report of a naval battle taking place near Solstheim. We were able to confirm that several of the ships involved were Denali's. Eyewitness accounts suggest that all Siren ships besides Denali's command vessel, the Catalyst, were destroyed. Now the Catalyst is feared to have been lost as well. Yet this is not an absolute certainty. The Catalyst may have managed to evade its pursuers in an archipelago off the eastern shores of Morrowind. Denali was familiar with the maritime routes in that region. If she is still alive, that is where she will be. Exercise a moderate degree of pessimism. The probability of her survival diminishes with each passing second. No. The heroes of Nirn and Project Purity have no viable warships. This is likely the work of an unknown party. I've already prepared your means of transport. It is waiting for you at Fort Pazarath. So is Kaja. Given the low-risk nature of this task, there is no need for concern. I do not expect you to engage any hostile ships that outmatch your capabilities. Your mission is strictly reconnaissance and recovery. If you do not find the catalyst, you are to return. Go on. Time grows short. I must meditate on this knowledge so we may prepare ourselves. If I were capable of being moved, I suppose now would be the time I should feel a push. That will be decided when you return. Hold your tongue among the others. Besides us, only Freya and the Maidens are aware of this disaster. We must not allow a severe loss of morale. Now go, you have work to do. Soon.
The mistress told you?
I don't know what to do. I just can't help. What? No, no! We need to help in some way. That's our one and only purpose.
I can't bring myself to even look at her right now. If she finds out what happened to her students, it would break her.
How can they be so happy at a time like this? They're even laughing more than usual. None of this makes any sense. I don't understand.
I beg you, please bring back good news.
Wonderful day we're having, isn't it? Ah, too true. But the key to everlasting happiness in life is to not let the tragedies get to you. Zana hasn't learned that yet, but she will. She will. For her own sake. If it's the only way that will help you get by, sure. There's no harm in that. Wait, what time is it? My, you should get moving. I didn't mean to keep you from your assignment.